Let's resume. That's at the end of the movie. Hang on a second.
Yeah,
Start over.
yeah, it did not. I don't even remember the last time I fucking
You
watched
said
it.
you're at one, correct?
I'm at two.
Oh, I'm at two right now. That's exactly where I paused it. Okay, cool. So, all right. Ready?
Yes.
Lemon face. Ooh, lion face.
Van
Lemon
Damme.
face. Ooh, lion face.
Van
Yes.
Damme. Quiet Coyote.
Quiet coyote.
We're good.
Three, two, one.
We're not okay. It was so serious.
This is how you know we take our jobs very seriously because I will do everything I can to get that right there.
Don't. Okay. Mini story time. I was watching some sort of YouTube thing the other
Another.
day. No, it'll take 2 seconds. I don't think you've ever heard my screeching laugh when I get to the point where I can't stop.
I don't know. I heard something similar to that for Battlefield Earth. So
No, that was almost there. When you get me to it, I can't stop. And it'll happen for 10 minutes. Like I'll stop laughing and then I'll think about whatever made me laugh again. And it'll happen. But the squeal is like something only dogs can hear.
That's fucking amazing.
And I'll start crying and it'll actually sound like I'm sobbing. And then my biggest thing, because it makes me Sigma laugh every single time,
Yeah.
is I get embarrassed. So I tend to cover my face and go, "No one look at me," which makes
And everybody's
it
looking
worse.
at you.
Oh, it's gonna be a good day when we get that going. It might be today for all I fucking know. All
That's
right, go ahead and give me the
fucking
countdown
awesome.
again.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, I'm Bambi.
And I am the high and mighty, ever so tidy Val.
How did you earn that title?
Because I put it in there.
That's fair. And this is Grade E Meat,
where we grade stuff on an ever-changing meat scale, ranging from A to like Kobe beef or Wagyu or super fucking awesome, little tiny bits of meat that you find in your ramen noodles, all the way down to E, which is barely processed, barely edible, people food that you may or may not have to eat at your grandmother's house.
What ramen are you eating with tiny bits of meat in it that would give it a grade A?
If you eat the real ramen over in Japan.
Oh.
There you go. What are we watching tonight, Vampy?
I am running on 3 hours of sleep.
Honey, I am running on 4, so I'm just
for like
an hour ahead of
day in a
you.
row. I am slap happy.
That's amazing. Best
It's
time
gonna
to
be a good day.
It's gonna be a great day.
Oh.
What are we watching tonight?
Okay, we're watching the 1992, possibly 1991 classic. I can't remember what year it was, but fuck it, whatever. Stay tuned.
That is fantastic, with the amazing comedic talent of John Ritter.
And special side character of Eugene Levy.
Yeah, there we go. That's absolutely true. Anybody who doesn't recognize the name, if you've watched Schitt's Creek within the past 5 years, he's the father in Schitt's Creek.
And his son Dan Levy looks exactly like
That's
him.
amazing.
It is fucking insane.
So Vampy, why did we choose this movie this week?
One, we wanted to do a little bit more cult classic-y movies, and two, I already own it.
Very true.
And you haven't watched it since it came out.
Yeah, I have not seen this in a long time. Long time.
And I'm going to say, a lot of the jokes are going to be dated for any younger viewers, because a lot of this movie does rely on horror-esque, hell-esque parodies of TV shows that were big in those days. So most people will still get it, but like some others probably won't.
Well, and if they don't, that's okay, because if you want to be...
I didn't get all of them at the time, because I was
if you want to be introduced to any kind of king of 80s, early 90s comedy, John Ritter is the fucking man to do it. And this it's not a well-received movie, but it's a movie that I enjoyed when
No,
I watched it. It's a movie I know that you enjoy now still to this day.
I fell in love with it when I watched it when it first came out, and I was 7. So
Mhm.
I mean, I didn't really have high standards.
Right, right.
I still don't have high standards, and I still watch it, and I still find it just as funny. Um, So it is definitely worth a watch. And for a long
Mhm.
time, it actually wasn't on DVD and you couldn't get it. It's only
Right.
within the last like 5 years that it's been on streaming services and now you can
Yep.
get the DVD versions.
Right.
For those that don't know, when DVDs first came out, it was very expensive to produce. So if the movie didn't do well in the theater, they would only do a limited run of the DVDs.
Hmm.
And then you might have missed your chances.
Yep.
I own now a couple movies on streaming services where they've fixed that in the last couple of years, but I
Mhm.
mean, I had to hunt for those for like 10 to 15 years.
Well, it's like the cult classic Rad from the 80s. You remember that movie, the BMX
Yeah, the
movie?
BMX bike
Right,
movie.
where
Yeah.
or they're racing on hell track and shit like that. You couldn't get that movie on DVD for the longest fucking time. You couldn't even get it on streaming services, and you had to pass around bootleg copies just to watch a shitty 80s movie that is absolutely amazing, by the way. I don't care what anybody says. But the point is
It's okay.
now
I still watch Girls Want to Have Fun, and that's just as shitty.
but now it's on Fandango. I
Mhm.
have it on my watch list on Fandango. You can buy the Blu-ray of it now and all kinds of shit. That just boggles me sometimes when they decide to
Yeah.
release
And
things.
again, there's still some things that you can't get. So I used to own the TV series, The Crow, Stairway to Heaven. I love The Crow, love the
Hmm.
comics, love the movies. Yes, even the bad ones. And I love
Uh,
the TV series. But I went through a hard time financially. Hold that thought. And
I
had to
got you. I got
sell
you.
the DVD set.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's okay because I could rebuy it because it wasn't hard to find.
Hmm.
Fast track to 2 years ago where Enigma tried to buy it for me for Christmas, and I had to get a bootleg copy because it's out of print.
Right.
Bring it
Pause.
back.
Pause for just a moment. Let me go get something and show you. I
I'm
like The
so,
Crow 2. So
who
this is a
doesn't?
graphic novel.
Yep, I got it.
I got this off of eBay for the low price of I think $20. And
Yeah,
I've
they're
read this
insane.
cover to cover 100,000 times. It's absolutely amazing. And I think The Crow Salvation is one of the better movies. I think it's better than City of Angels.
That's not hard to do.
No, but I mean, like with
I own the board game. Ha! I own the board game Fire It Up.
that's tough.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Go
Anyway,
do
one of my favorite movies. But I'm just saying, if anyone finds a non-bootleg copy, yes, they exist overseas. They do not longer exist in America. My bootleg copy works fine, but it's definitely not legal.
You need to find a region free.
I did. I looked for like a week after
Yeah.
he purchased the UK one
Hmm.
by accident just because he didn't realize. It was
Mhm.
actually kind of funny because I bought him Band of Brothers and I accidentally clicked on the UK one too. So we gave each other 2 DVD sets that we couldn't watch that are still in my goddamn closet because I forgot to return them. So if anyone is looking for a
If
UK
we have any
region,
fans over in the UK and you like
looking
Band of Brothers,
for
just
looking for The Crow, Stairway to Heaven, or Band of Brothers,
go ahead and get in touch with us.
go
at
ahead and PayPal $50.
dvduk@gmail.com.
No. I was like, you know what? I'll find someone who needs those regions eventually,
Right,
or I'll just sell
absolutely.
it. It's no biggie. I got him the right one.
Right.
It's fine. It's not like it was super expensive. It's Band
Right.
of Brothers.
Well,
Anyway,
not to continue with the bootlegs, I have my own viewpoints on that, and very quickly, I think that some bootlegs are worth getting. Others, you might as well just go buy the fucking movie and pay the people that put the time and effort in to make that shit, right?
yeah,
But
I mean, I only had 2 bootlegs on my own, and they were both accidental. This one
but
included.
there are some things that
Oh, I'm
were
sorry, 3.
not released on anything for 20 years, and the only way to get it was bootleg.
But I will
Right?
say, the second that they became available here, I
Mm.
rebought them.
Exactly.
I did.
Point in fact, the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie. That movie was made on $1 million budget. It was only made as a placeholder and it was never meant to be seen by the public. I have owned 3 different bootlegs of that fucking movie, and it is one of the greatest bootleg movies I have ever watched. It is so fucking terrible, but it is also so amazing to watch that. The best on screen Doctor Doom you will ever see.
My bootlegs aren't that cool. It was Witchblade, the TV series, before they released it on DVD.
I had
So I now own a bootleg and the real version.
I had Spider-Man the animated series, X-Men the animated series, Fantastic Four, the Doctor Strange made for TV.
Yeah, these were actually not on DVD for like the longest time. They are now. I had the
Spider-Man TV series from the 70s. I bootlegged the shit out of some stuff.
I have the bootleg, The Crow Stairway to Heaven.
There you go.
And then I also have a bootleg copy of the anime Excel Saga, but now I also have the real version.
All right, enough about illegal activities. Let's get to this.
That should really give you an idea of like my range of what I fucking watch TV wise. Let's watch Witchblade. Let's watch The Crow Stairway to Heaven. Excel Saga. It is the weirdest fucking anime. I love it so much.
Let's do it. It's amazing. Fantastic.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make you watch it.
Someday. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, after this epic fade, whatever I decide it may be, we will be back with the awesomeness that is Stay Tuned. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are gearing toward the end of our season. We've only got a couple episodes left to fill out season 1. If you've made it this far, you already know how we do this. But for those of you that are just coming in, this is your first episode. Take my hand and we will tell you. I watch on my television with my Xbox. Vampy uses her computer, and we do it this way.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, play.
Bingo.
We're very technologically advanced up in this.
Well, I watched Godzilla vs. Kong with my son yesterday. The same.
We'll talk about
that we do stuff. Yeah.
I was wondering because I'm like, he's not there right now.
No, I watch it over Facebook with him. All right, so let's get into this. You don't get it, Dad. Was that Neil Patrick Harris?
Oh yeah, this is Doogie Howser.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is a time capsule.
Oh, the man, John Ritter.
I forgot how like superhero Superman-esque these credits are. You guys can't see it, but it's like coming at you, John Ritter. And it's like amazing. This epic superhero music.
It's amazing. It's fantastic. Look at the size of the antenna on top of that house. Damn. For anybody around my age or Vampy's age, you will remember your mom or your dad, most likely your dad, telling you to get your ass outside and turn the antenna. Right? And you're yelling back and forth. Is it good? Is it good? Oh, no, a little more. There you go. Perfect. Stay right there. The antenna or me? No, you stay there.
The rabbit ears with the foil on them.
No.
Oh, that's not a good motion I just did.
This kid's got a fucking ham radio set up in his bedroom. Look at that. Illegal broadcasting. FAA, what is it? FAA violation? Kids going to prison right there.
I'm pretty sure I've gone through a few of them, like a quarter life crisis. I'm now in a 1/3 life crisis.
When you turn 40, you go through one too. And you either buy an awesome race car or you cry in your hands every night. It's one or the other.
For those that can't guess which side Val was on. Don't worry. When I turn 40, it'll be my choice too.
I did not buy an awesome race car. So now you know.
Oh, those are very late 80s, early 90s cars.
If owning that type of Cavalier was a status of wealth.
Oh, yeah. This is before TiVo. You know, if you missed the game, you missed the game.
You missed it. There was no pause. No, dear, it's not you. Just get the fuck out of the way for 4 minutes. She shut it off. Divorces have happened for less.
Sorry, I'm on her side. He is really not paying attention here.
He told her to wait 4 minutes. 4 minutes. That's 240
she's trying to be
seconds.
Romantic and plan to get it. Dude, who here is still married? Well,
over on my side of the Zoom or yours? I'm married to life, dear. I'm married to life.
Sorry. That was uncalled for.
No, I'm a
It's just-
happily divorced man.
It's all I had. It's all I had. It's the only ammunition I have.
She broke the television.
That was a good shot, though.
Right?
Did you see that? That was like a. That was not the sound effect.
Now he's got that shitty black and white TV over top of it.
Oh God, my parents had the TV in their bedroom with the rabbit ears, and there was a little button where you could turn off the color and watch everything in black and white. I would literally just sit there going, color, no color, color.
When
I was totally fascinating to me.
When I was a teenager and I had my own room at my dad's place.
Oh, that mailbox.
Right? Well, I had a black and white television, and it was a white black and white TV. It was about this big, and I'd watch shit on that all the time, and I was happy.
I like how he's now holding the trophy so that she won't break the new other TV.
Right?
I would watch that. I would watch that. 3 Men and Rosemary's Baby. I would watch. Someone make that.
I've never seen Rosemary's Baby.
But you have to have the original actors from 3 Men and a Baby.
And then a little lady.
Oh, a baby was first. Thank you.
Both of them, yeah. Sadistic hidden videos.
Someone make that YouTube channel. We're too busy. We don't have time.
Look up Candid Camera, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll know what we mean by that. You're on Candid Camera.
Kid me was just like accepting of this. Adult me is like, these all need to be a thing. Please. Like, someone make it happen.
Right. This is a thing. Oh, there goes the luggage. And there they go.
Very Bill and Ted. For anyone that watches the TV show Supernatural, there's that episode in season 5 where they get lost in TV and it's a bunch of parodies. Yeah, that's what this movie is. Just so you know.
Win.
It's the Napper Crapper. I remember this. By the way, as someone with IBS, I need this chair, obviously.
I need this chair, and I don't have IBS.
How does one become an intern in hell at a TV station?
That is a very good question. One I do not have the answer to.
If anyone knows, let us know.
Comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe.
I love how he has the unbuttoned button-up shirt to show the chest hair and the gold chain, just so he could look like a sleazy like car salesman.
Right?
Love it.
I think I remember this one. Yeah.
The wrestling one.
Yep.
And look who it is.
Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah. He will always be Mario to me from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
TV show, yeah.
At the end. Do the Mario. Da, da.
I will always
Swing
remember
your
him
arms from side to side.
coming in and out with Cyndi Lauper all the time.
By the way, for anyone that has not seen the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, doing the Mario is that easy. You stand in one place and you swing your arms from side to side, and you are now doing the Mario.
You're doing the Mario. I'm so glad you chose to watch this movie. I remember how good it was back in the day, and I'm loving every minute.
Are you getting all
of it
nostalgic
right now? It's so awesome.
She's flipping through that really fast.
It's what kids had to do back then when there was no internet. You had to read a fucking magazine.
That's fine, but she's just like that. She's like, flip. I'm acting.
She don't give a shit. She doesn't even know what she's reading. Dweebnik. I'm gonna call my kids that from now on.
Is that gonna be it? Is that gonna be the
Yeah.
now?
Go up to Dragon Potato. Hey, Dweebnik, what's up? Dad, what in the world? Where did you come up with that?
Just tell her I'm bringing it back. It was never a thing, by the way, but I'm bringing it back.
I went to 1992 and brought back something fucking awesome. Is he gonna get away? Doesn't look like it. Is he gonna get the dog too? Kid's trying. Here goes his hat. Oh, not pedaling any farther.
He needs a better BMX bike. He should go see the movie Rad.
Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. Were there hands on him lifting him up?
Probably.
Is that what I saw?
Do we need to rewind? Hold
yes, we do. Because I'm pretty fucking sure.
All right, I'm at 3305.
Hang on. 33, 39. Let me go back here. Go back to
I'm at 3305. It works.
3255.
You want at 3255? Okay,
3255. Are you
Count
ready?
it down. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. We are about to do some investigation.
We're taking this movie
Because
very
I'm pretty sure
seriously.
that there were some hands holding him up.
Well, I'd hope so. I hope he's not really flying into a goddamn satellite, Val.
They should have used fucking wires like regular people. Wait a minute. Here it comes.
Yep. Oh my god, you
There
called it.
are! I
Oh, there are
told you!
hands lifting him up.
Lifting him up. Holy
Oh.
shit.
I gotta take a screenshot of that.
That
That's awesome.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Right there.
God, it's really noticeable too. How I've never noticed that. Yeah, of all the takes that they probably did, that was the one they were like, we can see his hand in every take. Fuck it, whatever.
Cut and print. It's perfect. And there is no way they could move that shanty. No fucking way. Movie's unbelievable now. Can't watch it.
Wow, we got to northern overexposure and now you can't watch it.
I just can't wrap my brain around that. No.
The worries of the cartoon world. Oh
Mhm.
no. Cartoon mice might get the food I left out that I didn't need to let out, but you know, plot device.
Our cat will take care of that. And kid's just sitting there watching demonic programming because he's got nothing better to do because his sister won't listen to him.
Oh, you're talking about the movie. I thought you were just talking about my life.
No.
Where I just watch demonic programming all day.
No.
Wonder if that hurts.
They're cartoons, so the answer is no.
Yes, but this is made for them to die, so.
But if their bodies can be pulled inside out and sideways and forwards in any other way, that'd take a lot more than getting slammed by a door.
Like that gun?
Possibly. That is shooting machine guns instead of pistol rounds. Another unbelievable aspect of this movie. It's getting a low grade from me today.
Right. This movie was definitely believable before they pushed a shed in the snow and turned into cartoon mice.
Once
Before
they started,
that, I mean, man, that was just everyday living.
once they started doing that, they lost me.
It's mom and dad in the cartoon.
You're a fucking moron.
Yeah. You might want to wait until they're on a channel where they look like themselves.
Right?
Different strokes. Yes, I remember. Because they had different strokes.
Oh my god. My three sons of bitches.
Dwayne's Underworld. This is actually a really good parody, and I would watch a full zombie version of Dwayne's Underworld. I'd like you all to know that it's 4 girls that are apparently on the cheerleading team, and it's been 2 minutes straight of them going 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 5, 6, and that's it. Holding pom poms.
Them cargo shorts that one girl was wearing. Holy shit.
Sister's basically wearing a crop top sweater, and that's what you're worried about. I'm now curious. I gotta check the Rotten Tomatoes score on this.
I'm sure it's very high.
Might be. Hey, it's got a 47%
Rotten Tomatoes rating? That's not bad.
tomato meter, and the audience score is 55.
Even better. Look at that. Some people know a good movie when they see one.
Right?
Home Shoplifting Channel.
I'd watch it. It's nice that she landed on the exact one.
And she
And
just
stayed
sat
on
there
it.
and waited for a minute.
Hey, look, it's Crowley. He's missing an arm and a leg now. That's unfortunate.
She's about to lose her mind.
It's so good that her brother
It's
is
such
a
a
genius.
whiz with electronics.
I almost wish the movie was longer.
Well, see, this was back when hour-and-a-half movies were not uncommon.
I know.
They were very common.
I'm just saying I could watch like 5 more parodies.
Imagine what went to the cutting room floor with this.
Oh yeah, please. If there is
Imagine.
an unrated director's cut of this movie, I want in on that. It's very interesting, the character development of Crowley, because he actually gives a crap about these two.
Because he's not in the big room anymore. He's out doing field work. Now
He's no longer in the room where it happens. The
No.
room where it happens. You're welcome, Hamilton lovers. Would you save me, Tim? Or Val? Would you
Would
save
I
me, Val?
save you? Yes, I would save you, but this is fiction. So
You're such an ass.
of course I would. Of course I would.
In this totally unlikely situation that will ever freaking happen, definitely would save you.
I definitely, sure, absolutely, positively, maybe, might, kind of, sort of, would. Yes.
You definitely would not talk Enigma into doing it instead.
I would know, because the conversation that we have had before, which will be a jerky bite in between seasons 1 and 2, people will see why. Let her die. Fuck it. She knows.
Hey, we had that conversation about zombie apocalypses, okay?
It was about no, it wasn't. It was about the trolley situation. The absolute unlikely scenario that would never happen.
Oh, you're right. I told him to kill me. Yeah, that's fair.
And he told you to kill him, so
we're on each other's life insurance. It's fine.
Exactly.
Very Clint Eastwood.
Mm-hmm. Outlaw Josie Wales.
Very good. Were you trying to do this and it didn't work?
No, I'm excited to see this.
You're excited to see the Star Trek parody.
Driving Over Miss Daisy.
And there it is again. Yep. Parry, thrust.
I must admit you are better than I am, but I know something you don't know. What's that? I'm not
left-handed. Something I need to tell you too. I'm also
not
not left-handed
either.
If you think I can't, this is what I was thinking. It's a Salt and Pepper video. It's literal Salt and Pepper.
Start me up, Salt and Pepper, Next Plateau Records.
This is what made me happy. How 90s is this? I love it. Salt and Pepper's awesome.
Is Spinderella in here?
Yes.
Where is she?
You'll see. I think she is. He's dressed as Prince.
It's not Salt and Pepper without Spinderella.
Oh, Spike Spinderella.
There she. No, darn it. Daughter's about to have an existential crisis.
I'd be having a fucking heart attack. I'm sorry. You're about to see your parents get hit by a train.
Yep.
With dynamite.
She never
People,
lost.
if you want to
heels.
save your marriage, just get sucked into a TV in hell.
Yeah. And survive 24 hours. Wow, and it just melts away. That's amazing.
You know, I have to admit, for 1992, the graphics are not horrible.
They're not that bad.
They're definitely 1992 graphics.
Well,
they're not horrible. Hold on, they're going to do a whole bunch of parody, like what these are supposed to be.
This is why you stay for the credits.
HVTV fall lineup. Beverly Hills 90666. Murder She Likes. I'd watch that.
I'd watch that too. I don't know. It all depends, though. Maybe I'd get too queasy after episode 1.
I don't know. If it's Angela Lansbury going, here's my favorite murder, I would do it. Facts of Life Support.
Facts of Life Support. I'd watch that. It'd be like ER.
Fresh Prince of Darkness. Unmarried with children. Uh-oh. You going to heck fire.
Going to the HE double hockey sticks.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
David Dukes of Hazzard.
David Dukes of Hazzard. Wow. If anybody doesn't know who David Dukes is, take the time to look him up, and then you'll realize why that's there.
Google it.
Yep. Google is your friend. All right. We've got a lot to unwrap. Stay tuned is over. Give us about 2 seconds, and we'll be right back.
So good.
Okay, Vampy. So let's go ahead and talk about this.
First,
mm-hmm.
This is something I do whenever a celebrity I know dies or a family member dies. To you, John Ritter.
Oh, John Ritter is...
Rest in peace. You were a national fucking treasure, man. Still are.
Chase it with that Pepsi Zero.
Yeah, well, it's double the caffeine, and I'm running on 3 hours of sleep.
Right on. Okay, so this was your choice for movie tonight. Why don't you go ahead and take it away and start off with your thoughts?
Okay. This movie, I enjoy it just as much as I did when I was 7.
Yep.
And I'm 36.
Mm-hmm.
Did it age well? Yes and no.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
because technology has changed so much. But at the
Mhm.
time, having a satellite like that would have been like the peak of technology. And you
Yeah.
have to remember, television is still a very new technology in
Hmm.
the terms of history.
Hmm.
So I loved the concept. I think you can almost revamp it and redo it today
Oh, absolutely. It would be
and do it just as
amazing if
well.
it was done today
Exactly. Like this is actually a movie that you can reboot for fun
and had
and it'll
Ricky
do just as fun.
Levy as Spike
You
instead.
still
That'd
could,
be
yeah.
amazing. Or no, better yet, have him be Crawley.
Have him be Crawley. Have Dan Levy be. I want Dan Levy to be Pierce, the intern.
All right. Go on. Continue.
I will say the one thing that definitely ages it are the parodies. And how can it not? When you're trying to do parodies of things, it's like watching Saturday Night Live, old episodes. It was relevant at the time, or
Exactly.
watching old specials of stand-up comedians.
Mhm.
Like I love rewatching Dennis Leary's No Cure for Cancer.
That is hilarious.
But some of that stuff is dated references,
Mhm.
obviously.
Mhm.
So I think that if you were around in the early 90s, doesn't matter how old, again, I was like 7 when this came
Right.
out, you'll get enough of these parodies for it to still be fun.
Exactly.
100%.
And if you know memes at all from the past 5 years, you'll get half of that shit too.
Right. And I'm sitting there going, you
So-
know, the Dwayne's Underworld. You guys know Wayne's World.
Yeah,
Come on.
you know
There
the
was even
Fresh Prince
there
of
was even
Bel-Air.
new super.
Mhm.
I almost said Supernatural. God, Super Bowl commercial based off it this year. You know the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Yes, you know what the Golden Girls are. You
Yeah.
know what wrestling is. You know what crappy
Candid Camera.
show games, and
Yep.
you know what? You have an idea of what Candid
Mhm.
Camera is. YouTube does that all the time.
Practical Jokers is that now.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You might not know the movie Three Men and a Baby. It was from 1988, but you get it. Three Men and Rosemary's Baby. It's funny no matter what.
It's on Disney Plus if you guys want to watch
It is. I love that movie, actually.
Okay, so as
So,
far
yeah.
as a rating goes, what would you give it? Don't be objective, be selective.
You hate when I take this too. I take our ratings so seriously, and he's like, Val's like, what are you doing? Just tell people what's in your heart.
I want you to rate this movie from your heart, not
I know,
from
right
your
here.
noodle.
Right here. Okay.
That's right.
Based
yeah.
off of nostalgia, the fact that I waited to own this damn movie.
Yeah.
The fact that once I saw it, happily bought it and rewatched it like 3 times. I do give this, but I'll give it an A-.
An A-. Okay.
Yeah. I can't in good conscience give it any higher than that
right.
because of what I stated. You know, it's dated. There are
Mhm.
dated references. But I think it still holds up. The CGI is not bad at all.
Mhm.
It's normal 1992
Yeah.
CGI.
Yeah.
The acting's fine.
Mhm.
The story is funny.
Mhm.
And I am a huge fan of movies that I liked at 7 that no normal studio today would ever rate lower than a PG-13 or R.
Exactly.
And there were a lot of them. Like if you actually look at the Rotten Tomatoes reviews and comments, it's like, well, this is too adult for my kid. And it's supposed to be a PG. Short vampy story. I used to work at a Borders.
What
bookstore.
PG is now is not
Nowhere.
what it was
No.
20 years ago.
PG was RG.
Yeah.
So I used to work at a Borders bookstore. That's an old-fashioned sentence, by the way.
No.
They're no longer there. But I worked
Right.
in the multimedia department. So I did the DVDs, the CDs, and I also did the children's story time because, well, I was bored. But I remember specifically one customer coming up to me and goes, hey, I need recommendations. I'm about to be a new aunt. And I want to be that aunt that gives them movies from the 80s and 90s that are totally inappropriate that my sister doesn't know about. And I just want to really just drive home this inappropriate movie type. So I was
I
like,
want to show these kids what movies are really about.
and the funny thing is, you know, when I worked at Borders, I was about 23. So this person was around the same age. And
Yeah.
I was sitting there going, well, we got those. But I'm like, you got to tell me how down the rabbit hole do we need to go? Like, do I need to give you Return to Oz where they'll have nightmares and torture for the rest of their life? Or are you looking for something animated that your sister and brother-in-law will think is safe and not realize it until the kid has already watched it a dozen times? That was what she wanted. She got All Dogs Go to Heaven, which has smoking, gambling, the devil, hell, and swearing.
All Dogs Go to Heaven's a good movie, though.
It's a great movie. It was rated G. It would be rated PG-13 these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Same
For
with
the,
An American Tail, too.
Right. For the depictions of hell, the smoking, the gambling, and well, just for Charlie Sheen doing the voice.
Yeah.
I gave her things like Neverending Story, like Labyrinth, which
Those are such good movies.
they're great movies. And I was like, okay, here are the things I grew up on when I was that age.
Every kid needs to grow up on some sort of fantasy.
Yeah,
Neverending Story,
one bad one.
Legend, Labyrinth, The Dark Crystal. Pick one and put them in front of that and just let them go.
So I gave her All Dogs Go to Heaven and Fern Gully, because I know you can watch Fern Gully like 10 times in a row before the parent realizes that Nexus, played by Tim Curry, is scary as shit.
Isn't Robin Williams the voice of the bat?
Oh, yeah. And then they have Batty Coda, who is a bat that escaped like a lab testing facility. Oh my God. She bought both of them. She came back. I said she was a new aunt. No, her new aunt, as in this was her first niece, was old enough to watch
finally
PGG movies.
Yeah.
She came back a few months later. She goes, I need more. This is great.
Where's that lady that I talked to 3 months ago?
What I'm saying is, like, this is a movie. Like, had she come to me and been like, hey, they're 10, I'd be like, haha, stay tuned.
Oh, here we go.
Just trust me. Just trust me. Make sure the parents are nowhere near it. Just go, it's fine because it's rated PG, and they leave. And they're going to go, what is My Three Sons of Bitches?
Driving Over Miss Daisy?
Driving Over Miss
Daisy?
Is that a movie?
It is now, Mom. Okay, so you give it an A-.
Different strokes.
Jeez. Facts of life support.
Anyway.
All right.
I'm sorry, I had to go on that tangent because 100% why I gave this an A-. Like, if I'd still worked at a place like that and someone came and was like, I need a movie that's super not okay now but was okay in the 90s, this would be one of them.
All right, let me dive into this. So
you're welcome for that.
I love John Ritter in just about anything he does. I have not seen everything that the man has been in, but I have favorites.
Underrated actor. He could do everything.
John Ritter, comedic genius. That man knew what he was doing.
Comedic timing on point.
Oh yeah. I've watched Three's Company. I've watched the last TV show that he did before.
8 Simple Rules.
Yep, exactly. And that was a fantastic TV show. And my favorite movie, which I mentioned earlier in this, is Real Men with John Ritter with a gun. If you've never seen it, take the 2 hours to watch that movie. You'll not regret it at all.
And if you ever watch something like this, like when he did the punch and then like 2 seconds later was like,
yeah,
the timing on that,
that's
you're waiting.
John
you
Ritter,
are actually waiting for it, and you're like, it's coming. There it is. It's just
right
perfect.
There. Yep. Okay, so with me, I watched this movie when I was younger. I watched this with my brothers, and we enjoyed it back then. It was not a movie that we would rush out and choose if we had options. I mean, because we were watching other stuff too. But this was a movie that if we knew it was on, or if we knew it was at the house, we knew we were going to have a good time watching it.
It's actually a high place of honor in my family.
Well, yeah, and when you're younger and you're watching something like this, you kind of feel a little sneaky because you really shouldn't be watching something like this, especially if you're in a religious household or something like that.
I used to do that with Troll 2.
Right?
When I would put it on when it was on, and my dad would be in the other room, and he'd come and be like, I'm watching cartoons.
What are you watching?
I probably could have watched Troll 2, and he'd be like, whatever.
It's all right.
That's fine.
So, the nostalgia factor is there for me, but it's not there as heavy for me as it is for you.
For those that don't know, when I was younger, I've always been a huge movie buff, and I loved what we would consider bad movies at that time. So I would record. This is going to be an old-fashioned sentence. I'd record them on VHS.
Yeah. Record them off HBO and Cinemax.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I'd have this whole drawer that said "Stay tuned." Yep. Harrison Ford as the fugitive.
That's amazing.
Suburban Commando. Hulk Hogan is Mr. Nanny. And this is not even a joke. That's what they would say. You're welcome for that one, by the way.
No problem.
I
Superman Commando
would
is
read.
another hidden gem that if you've never seen that, watch that. That was
You remember the part where the guy throws the dog in the ocean?
You're a dead man, mister.
Yeah. There's a part where he's riding a motorcycle and there's a person in the background who's not part of the movie holding their dog and just tossing it in the ocean. And it looks like horrible animal abuse. And it's great. YouTube that. You can actually find zoomed in where they're like,
anyways.
What I'm trying to say is this was one of those that had a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm. So
I would rewatch. So my nostalgia factor is
pretty high.
Super high.
So as far as a rating goes for what I would give this, I would not give it an A-, but I would give it a steady B+. You know, this is
That's super fair.
Definitely a lot of fun to watch. You know, this is like your Applebee's steak, and when you have them bring the house blend of sauce out, you're like, ooh,
fancy.
Now I'm feeling expensive, right? So that's
to Enigma, it would be, hold on, before you leave, let me check the steak. This is not rare, and send it back 3 times. They won't cook it rare.
Wow, no, absolutely not. But anyways, yeah, so this gets a pretty solid B+ for me. Applebee's steak with the house sauce.
Well, and I think that's actually very fair because before you were like, don't be super strict like you normally are.
Yep.
I was thinking B+. Right
on.
But when you were like from the heart.
But I know how much you like this movie, though.
I do so much.
I know how much you do, and
I could rewatch it all the time. It's so silly.
Here's a little bit of Grady Meat history for you, ladies and gentlemen. When we were birthing this idea, when this was a thought just between 2 friends, hey, you know, this would be something cool that we should do. Yeah, we really should do it. What movie should we watch? Stay Tuned was at the top of that list. And
because I was like, fucking stay tuned.
And I was honestly, when we chose the 13 movies we were going to watch this season, I was a little disappointed that Stay Tuned was not on there. So when you got in touch with me earlier this week and was like, hey, Stay Tuned, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. Because I knew it was going to be a lot of fun. So...
Yeah. So for those that don't know, we were a little behind on videos, so we're like, we gotta record one now. He's like, which one? I was like, well, I own Stay Tuned, so we don't need to go through much. And he's like, done, fucking done.
Don't say anymore. What time are we watching? Skin 30? You got it. I'll be there.
I'm so glad to. You know what? After the shit day I had, and the shit day you had,
you and me
we
both.
Needed this.
You and me both.
We needed this.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are having a piss poor day, an absolutely fucking horrible day where you just want to stick your head in a toilet full of piss and shit, don't do that. Instead, turn on a fucking movie with a friend, get them on Zoom, get them on Facebook, and sit there and laugh your asses off for an hour and a half. Doesn't matter what you watch.
No, I mean, this was born out of the idea of the pandemic where you and I were just watching movies together. And then one day you were like, what if we just recorded us watching movies? And I'm like, okay, well, sure, why not?
If our fans are good boys and girls, maybe some way in the future, I have the first edited episode ever of Grady Meat that was never released because we both watched it and we're like, nope, we're going to record that a little bit different.
Was that Back to the Beach?
It sure was.
Oh yeah, no, don't release that. No one wants to see that. Please,
people will want to see that. I want to see that. I watch it from time to time, and it's
we're gonna re-record that one. Okay, so if this makes it into the episode, what people don't realize is you got better software, and I was no longer recording on my damn phone.
Right. My editing budget went from $0 to $70.
And Enigma gave me his old webcam, which is actually still a really good webcam.
Right.
So we could do this on my computer because before we were doing it in my living room with my little phone, and all you could see was like me sitting there, and I'd forget we were recording, and there was no this happening.
Nope, not at all. It's amazing how much a child grows from episode 1 to episode 10. Okay, Vampy, so between my grade and your grade, what does that average out to?
So we're at a B+ and an A-. We're we're neck and neck. So
right in there, right in the middle. It could go either way.
We're at B plus plus.
B plus plus, A minus minus.
A minus minus.
Okay. All right. So
but you know what? I don't think we have to average out everything, but I think that's actually very fair, because if you do a B plus and I do an A minus,
that's
somewhere in between that, but they're pretty much very similar with
Yep.
minute details.
All right, Vampy. So before we get out of here, we have a couple episodes left to finish. We have Back to the Beach, which we are going to do. That's coming up soon.
Look how excited I am.
I know. I love that movie. I am excited.
It is my number one happy movie.
Yeah.
I could be having the worst day ever, and I will put on Back to the Beach.
It is her maximum overdrive.
It is. So
Right.
my maximum overdrive.
And then we have Megaforce, and that will finish us out for the
Which you've never seen.
Between You and Me movies. Nope, I've never seen it. And
I've only seen it once.
I have made it a point since January of
you don't even want to learn
looking anything up about this movie, so I am going in absolutely fresh.
Hey, to all the people that are watching right now that know Megaforce, you'll know.
But our season finale is one that you and I are both pretty excited about.
I've never seen it.
Exactly. Ghostbusters Answer the Call, the all-female cast with Chris Hemsworth as the secretary. And it's a movie that me and my kids enjoy watching often, but you have never seen it, and you are a self-proclaimed Ghostbusters fan.
I know. I never got the chance to watch it.
Yep.
I am a huge Ghostbusters fan. I had all the action figures and everything when I was growing up. Love the Ghostbusters. Still watch the real Ghostbusters cartoon show. We'll rewatch Ghostbusters. Like, you don't even have to ask me. If you come by and like, I want to watch Ghostbusters, I'm like, oh, we're fucking watching Ghostbusters.
Done. Let's do it.
I never got the chance. I also have a lot of friends that are in the Windy City Ghostbusters, which is a volunteer group. We'll put a link to them when we get there.
Side note, my dad, who lives in Florida, sent me a picture of a Dodge Magnum as a Ghostbusters car.
I've actually been to concerts where the Windy City Ghostbusters will row up in their Ecto-1. And they're not there for the concert. They're just there for the publicity.
Where I live, in a town about 30 minutes away from here, they have a movie car museum, and they have an on-screen used Ecto-1 from the original Ghostbusters.
That's why you and I are going to go to Volo when you come visit.
That's right. Okay.
No, I never got the chance to see the new one, not because I didn't want to. I've gone through a period pre-COVID where in order to go to the movie theater, like, it had to be something I really, really, really was excited to see. Otherwise, movies are coming out so fast on demand and DVD pre-COVID that I was like, oh, well, I can wait the additional 3 months.
Just wait until you get on TV.
And I do remember at one point when I was like laying on my bed watching random movies, and I tried to watch it, and I only got about 10 minutes in, and I was like, I'm just not feeling it today. I needed something I knew, not something new.
Right.
I needed something that I was like, comforting to me. And then I just never got the chance to watch it. But I've got a bunch of friends that love it.
Oh, it is absolutely hilarious.
So I'm excited.
I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm
super excited.
I absolutely do. But don't think that is the end, because in between seasons 1 and 2, we're going to toss a little bit of jerky bites at you, some behind the scenes stuff, and some other things that we have
story time
along the way that just didn't make it into the episodes, but we felt were such enough of a special treat that we want to pass them along to you in little bite-sized pieces.
That's actually where it was birthed out of, because Val would sometimes go like, I'm cutting out so much gold. I'm like, so we're going to just make them into beef jerky bites. And he was like, genius.
That's perfect.
Yes.
That's
done.
Okay, so before we finish it up, season 2 is in the works right now. We've got a list of movies that we're thinking about, and we're thinking about some other things too. But I don't want to dive too far into that because we've still got plenty of season 1 left for you. So Vampy, before we get out of here, why don't you tell people where they can find us socially?
You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Grade E Meet. You can also go ahead and email us at gradeemeet@gmail.com. And that does mean that any suggestions that you have, you can either message us through social media or go ahead and send us an email. We're pretty much open to anything that's,
as long as
not
it's
problematic.
not illegal.
Yeah. No guarantee we'll do it. And we do mean like movies,
Right.
old commercials,
Mm.
music videos, video games, things
Yep.
of that nature. You really can go ahead and go like, I just want to see you guys react to this. Absolutely fine. I am more active on Facebook and Instagram. I'm still getting used to the Twitterverse.
But I pop in there from time to time, and you'll know it's me because I'll always start it with Val here, and then you'll know I'm talking.
Yeah, if we ever want to say something that isn't from both of us, we'll say Vampy here or Val here.
Yep.
Also, I should say that we have our own personal Instagrams and Twitters and Facebook pages that are also always in the description of the video.
Sure.
Just so you know, my Instagram and my Twitter, they're public. You can go, I mean, don't send me weird messages about my feet.
Unless you give her $50.
Let's PayPal $50 and then get
That's
3
right.
questions.
That's
but
right.
you can go ahead and
Right.
see things on our daily lives that have nothing to do with Grady Meat.
Yep. Absolutely. I'm not on Twitter a whole lot because I think Twitter is a dumpster fire. But
I'm not either, but I try to share.
Right, exactly. So,
Miss.
Vampy, before we say goodnight, thank you very much for recommending Stay Tuned to go.
Oh my god, I had so much fucking fun watching this.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing.
I watched it so long and I'm like, oh god, it's so good.
Right. I am the high and mighty, ever so tidy Valdemir. This is the never number 2, always number 1, Vampy.
Thank you, Val.
Vampy, why don't you go ahead and take us out of here?
So as always, thank you for joining us for this helping. We hope to see you for the next serving of Grade E meat. And as always, I'm Vampy.
And I'm Val.
And this is, as stated, Grade E meat. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.